Greetings families, welcome back once again. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If this is your first time, my name is Mambi and you are very welcome. This news is from Burkina Faso. AES, the General Chief of Staff, has met in Burkina Faso to discuss the current situation and also how to become a very sovereign country. According to the news, after the meeting in Yambe, this is another major one. They want to share just a bit with us. Families, please listen and I'll be back.
After Bamako and Niamey in 2024, the meeting in Ouagadougou marks a decisive step in our journey towards a common, autonomous and sovereign defense, states the Chief of General Staff of the Army, Burkina Faso, Brigadier General Moussa Diallo, right from the start. Alongside his counterparts from Mali and Niger, he sets the tone for this meeting, which aims to pool forces to counter the terrorist armed groups active in the Sahel States Alliance area.
In a context marked by a persistent terrorist threat from terrorist groups with their external support, it is up to us to build a coordinated, sovereign, and resolute response together. This meeting constitutes a crucial step in this regard, in the implementation of our shared vision of collective security based on solidarity, the interoperability of our forces, and mutual trust. Shortly, we will discuss together the validation of the OPLAN assessment, the additional protocol, the defense and security package, and the modalities for the establishment of the AES force.
This is one of the most anticipated points of this meeting, especially for the populations of this area who have been affected by terrorist attacks. These military leaders are aware of this. That is why joint operations are already underway. In the theater of operations supports the Chief of General Staff of the Malian Army, Major General Oumar Diarra.
Indeed, it is a long road on which we are currently working. The political guidelines are very clear. We are military personnel, so it is at our level that we must work tirelessly so that this force becomes a reality. It is already a reality on the ground because we operate together, whether in the air, on land, or in other areas. The intelligence platforms have allowed us to successfully conduct many military actions on the ground. I think that today it is also an opportunity to conduct a debrief, a feedback session on the 2 ground operations we have carried out. And beyond that, to look a bit at the issue of pooling aerial resources.
And the establishment of this joint armed force of the AES states must be the manifestation of our categorical refusal to depend on external solutions, stated the Chief of General Staff of the Burkinabe Army.
Thank you so much, families, for listening and watching. I've added another video to this one. After the 24 hours meeting, high-level meeting concerning security and everything that is going on, they met with our president, Captain Ibrahim Traore, to, you know what he does, motivate them, encourage them, give them everything that he got, the experiences to add to theirs to fight this fight. They also told him the outcome of their meeting. Families, I'll be back.
The head of state has kindly granted us an audience, we the chiefs of staff of the AES, to allow us to report back to him on the conclusion of our meeting. Last week the experts gathered, therefore, the chiefs of staff are meeting today to report on our meeting and gather his guidance and his directives. We are leaving truly very, very satisfied. And Ragaya, Also mentioned the orientations and directives given by the President, which give us a lot of enthusiasm for the implementation of the unified AIS force. This is really the purpose of the meeting we have been holding for almost 24 hours in Ouagadougou as well. We also had the meeting with the President regarding the examination of the additional protocol of the force of the AIS, and also the feedback from the two operations, Yeroko 1 and Yeroko 2, that we conducted in the tri-border area, and the perspectives of other operations that we are planning. And to say again that the AIS is working, the AIS force is working on the sidelines of the meeting of the chiefs of staff of the AIS armies in Ouagadougou, currently for 48 hours in Bamako, and at the meeting of the Air Force chiefs of staff. The AIS is currently in Bamako to pool aerial resources capable of defending our common space. We are dedicated, we are determined, and to reassure that the AIS force is gaining strength. The terrorists change their mode of action daily. We have just received very clear directives with the President of Faso. We too are gaining strength and adapting to this mode of action. And I can say that truly victory has shell in favor of the alliance forces.
Thank you so much, families, for listening and watching. Of course, they are not going to tell us everything that they have discussed, but you can tell the Minister of Commerce, the Ministers of Commerce, the Ministers of Industrialization of these three countries were there as well to meet Captain Ibrahim Traore, the President of Burkina Faso, His Excellency. So yes, they are moving towards greatness. They are putting everything they can put together and work together properly. And so there are a lot of meetings going on, a lot of activities that they are doing together nowadays. And it is a right thing to do, because you can say you are together. If you are doing things separately, it means you are not together. I just remember a video. Let me add it to this one. They have put their air forces also together. They have high-level meeting. They have a little bit to share with us. I nearly forget. Families, please listen to that one, and I'll be back. Thank you for your time.
The chiefs of staff of the air forces of the AIS are in conclave. They will pool the air components of the AIS member countries to develop joint surveillance capabilities in the Sahel, and also prepare coordinated operations against armed terrorist groups. We check in with Ariju Matina.
Faced with a mobile and elusive enemy, the Air Force proves to be the most valuable and effective means to ensure speed. This conviction drives the chiefs of staff of the AIS Air Forces, who are in Bamako for a few days to plan air cooperation within the AIS space for an integrated air defense in the Sahel.
The air components have been brought together to consult more, to integrate more, to pool and share their resources, their efforts, their capabilities to ultimately achieve, to accomplish the missions assigned to us by the Confederation authorities.
First of its kind, this highly symbolic and strategic meeting marks a clear intention of the three AIS member countries to strengthen and consolidate their military cooperation, particularly in the air domain.
It seemed important to us to meet in person to discuss the common challenges we face, to discuss the collaboration we can have with our different armies, to see how we can pool our resources, how we can combine efforts to better meet expectations of the men on the ground, the populations, and the fight in general against terrorism.
This meeting will lay the groundwork for the implementation of the air component of this unified force. But beyond all that, it is also to capitalize on all the results that have been achieved in terms of cooperation, which has allowed us to inflict heavy losses on our enemies.
The opening ceremony of the meeting, which spans several days in Arestre, includes several senior officers of the Malian army, as well as the Air Force Chiefs of Staff from Burkina Faso and Niger, both accompanied by a large delegation. The Air Force Chiefs of Staff of the AES during their stay in Bamako. For this important meeting, they were received by the Minister of Defense and Veterans Affairs, General of the Army Corps, Sadio Kamara, a meeting marked by courtesy and fraternity, which illustrates the firm commitment of the command to support the ongoing military dynamics within the confederal space.
Thank you so much, families. You can tell after what happened, the incident between Algeria and Mali, it is just fair to do this, to have these meetings once again. It's not that they forgot about themselves. They remember everything about ECOWAS and they are working towards their sovereignty. The confederation is working perfectly together. But, sorry, in a time like this, you revisit everything. Take step back, revisit everything, make sure everything is working according to plan, and all start from security matters. I will be back with another news from Mali, how they are working towards their food, petrol, and the rest because of, yes, what just happened. You have to, put everything in place in case of anything, in case of a I don't want to mention, but you understand me, family. I will leave you here. I don't want this video to be too long, but this is what the AES committee, security-wise and everything, want to share with us. I must say that I feel a bit guilty because I have a video for the past 3 days and I'm debating whether to share it or not. It's about how they are fighting, and they are fighting hard. I think it's fair to share it after this news. Yes, I'll be back with that one. God bless you, all my families, my VIPs, my kings and queens, my returning families. Thank you so much for your support. Your contributions under the comment section is great. Thank you so much. Credit to Faso 7 RTB News. I will leave you here. I've planned to be doing something different with the videos, and I will explain to you a bit later. But if you say something different, it is intentionally, and there's a reason why I'm doing this. Thank you so much. I hope it will not affect the news that you'll be watching or listening. Yes. Thank you. God bless you all. See you soon, families. Bye-bye.